Get out there. He said everybody has to get out there. Talk. Say something.
Dr. House, leave him alone.
Did you drug him?
Of course I didn't drug him.
He's a flat affect. He's practically catatonic.
Hey, we got cake.
He's fine.
Double chocolate, yummy, yummy.
Don't tell me that he's fine. You did this. He was functioning. He was happy.
He was delusional.
Yeah, he's way better off now.
Dr. House, let's talk.
Thinking sucks.
I'm not allowed to get angry. They screwed him up. And for the record, I am 2 privilege levels above Susan. I got the same depression scale score.
Every patient is different. It's not about scores and levels and...
Happiness is happiness. The test is the test. Coping is coping.
And you think you're
Absolutely. I need to address some deeper issues, which I can do on an outpatient basis. 3 hours a week. And that's just my opening offer. If you want to counter, I'll likely fold.
No.
No is not an argument. You trying to frustrate me?
No.
No again? I can cope. I'm coping. In fact, I'm coping better than you think. I've not been taking my meds. Not one. And yet, I still scored high functioning in your depression test.
So your proof of your well-being is that you lied?
Manipulated. My proof is that I can fool the test. I can fool you, which means I am high functioning. I am sane, rational, capable. I should not be here.
These are your pills from today?
I'm not gonna take it. I'll just cheek it again.
Lick it.
You want me to lick your hand?
I washed.
It's sugar.
Your test results were improving too regularly and too quickly. I was concerned that you weren't taking your pills, that it was all an act. So I switched you to a placebo to see if your improvements would continue. Your psych test told me nothing, but your urine tests told me you were faking. You need to stop fighting the system. You need to let me do my job.
Oh, that is impressive. That is a superhuman feat. Why don't you take a rest before you fly that thing up to the ward? He's still depressed. Give me your car keys.
You gonna dangle them in front of him to entertain him?
I'm gonna make him feel like he's flying. I'm just driving him around the grounds, top down, wind in his hair. Seriously? You're gonna say no to that? Why are you so nice to me?
I think you have a good heart.
Would you still be nice to me if I told you that I lied? I'm not just driving around the grounds in your convertible. I'm kidnapping him and stealing your car. Sure? It's just starting to feel a little heat between us. Thought we had kind of a Bonnie and Clyde thing going there.
Bonnie and Clyde get shot to pieces.
See ya. You can do this. If you hold my hand, I can do it too. down, Freedom Master. Scaring the good citizens.
That was the coolest moment of my life.
It was fun. You can repay me by telling Nolan he's an idiot.
Smell that fresh air and the warmth of your yellow sun.
We do enjoy it. Careful of the traffic. Don't go damaging any fenders. Hey! Hey! Come on, get down. There's no cry for help. There's no cat in a tree.
Thank you, Greg.
He's lucky to be alive. He's got a lacerated spleen, rotational pelvic fracture, compound break of the femur and humerus. Everything in your life has been about finding the truth. But suddenly, with this guy, you decide to reinforce a sick man's delusions. You just want to take a swing at me. You don't care about getting out. You don't care about him. You don't even care about the truth. You don't care about anything else. I'm transferring you to Winslow Psychiatric. You'll have better luck pulling the wool over their eyes. I'm done.
Don't. I need help. So how's this supposed to work?
You sit, I sit, we talk.
About what?
About whatever you want.
Want me to whine about my mother?
Do you want to whine about your mother?
I tell you, by the time I was 5, my goldfish died.
If that's where you'd like to start.
I've had a billion things happen to me in my life. How am I supposed to know which ones are relevant?
As far as I'm concerned, they're all relevant.
Well, we better get moving, because this session could take 50 years.
Yes, you are the sum of everything that's happened to you, and yes, some events are more relevant than others. But the only way we can figure out which ones are is to talk. So tell me, what's on your mind? What do you want?
I want to get better. Whatever the hell that means. I'm sick of being miserable.
So you like to be happy?
Again, with the reflecting, yes, I'd like to be happy.
Being happy is an excellent goal. Not many patients can crystallize exactly what they're hoping to get out of this.
Well, bully for me.
So now, all we have to do is figure out how to get you from here to happy.
SSRIs? That's your genius technique?
I don't think we should ignore any tools that can help. I know you don't have a problem taking drugs.
For my leg. For pain.
Well, think of this as being for psychic pain.
I don't want to change who I am.
Miserable? You think that by taking meds, you'll lose your edge? Stop making the unique connections that make you a successful doctor?
If Van Gogh was your patient, you'd be satisfied painting houses instead of the starry night.
Van Gogh would still be making inspired paintings of the night sky. Just maybe not from the room of his asylum.
You don't know that.
I know both his ears would be intact. And I know his life would be better. I know this doesn't come naturally to you, but you want my help, which means you need to trust me.
Delicious. Prom?
Got an assignment for you.
Role playing? Not sure how pretending to be a businessman with a foot fetish is gonna help, but I'm game.
Have you connected with any of the other patients? You've been here 4 weeks. Tell me about your relationships with the other patients.
Diane is convinced that Silent Girl hates her. Richter is not as paranoid as you think, just likes that you think that. And my roommate hates me.
Only one of the things you said indicated how somebody else feels about you. So,
I'm Sure, they've done some form of rudimentary analysis on me, concluded that I'm a jerk.
You know, there is a way for them to find out things about you without deductive reasoning.
I have had relationships.
You've screwed up relationships. Every one of them. Almost like that was the goal. I want you to trust people. Try.
She kissed me. Don't read into the phrasing. We kissed each other.
And how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? It was a kiss. Kisses are good things.
Okay.
That was a loaded okay.
Not at all. Why would you assume that?
You're being judgmental. If I'd said that I had some delicious Chilean sea bass for dinner last night, would you say, and how do you feel about that?
If the sea bass was married, I might.
See, you're being judgmental. Isn't that against your code or something?
I'm simply stating the obvious. It's complicated. Not just because she's married, and not just because you're institutionalized. I know you spent the last 12 hours trying to figure out what that kiss means.
Who's that woman you were with? The parking lot.
When you deflect, it's more effective when you're not that transparent.
Obviously, I have no problem with infidelity.
You're trying to rationalize that if it's okay for your doctor, it's okay. But just for the record, I am not having an affair.
Then who is she?
Why do you think you're working so hard to figure out the details of my personal life?
I don't have to work so hard if there were some personal items in here. You got one number on speed dial. It says Dad. Come on. How old are you?
Why are you so afraid to talk about this?
I want to talk about you. I want to know who I'm taking advice from.
I'm not giving you advice. I'm asking you questions. I think that kiss meant a lot. I think that scares you.
I think there are no personal items in here because you have no personal life.
How do you think you and Lydia will end?
You are a lonely man. You've screwed up every opportunity you've had in life.
What's the ending to this story?
I don't know.
How'd it go with Lydia?
I found out she can only be happy so long before the catatonic guy with the 2 broken limbs rolls off the elevator. Philosophically speaking.
Why do you value your failures more than your successes?
My mother caught me masturbating. Pictures of her mother.
Can we get past these cute deflections?
Successes only last until someone screws them up. Failures are forever.
So you accept that fact. You accept that there's nothing you can do.
Okay, I accept the fact that there's nothing I can do. Now, what can I do?
You acknowledge failure, and you move past it. You apologize.
Wow. Powerful things, these apologies. Get someone to jump off a building, you say 2 words, and you move on with your life. Hardly seems fair.
Is that the issue? You caused him pain. If the world is just, you have to suffer equally? You're not God, House. You're just another screwed up human being who needs to move on. Apologize to him. Let yourself feel better. Then you can learn to let yourself keep feeling better. I'm going to write your letter to the medical board recommending that they give your license back.
You can't just console me by giving me a lollipop when I skid my knee.
Look, 2 things just happened. You got hurt, which means you connected to someone else strongly enough to miss them. And more important, you recognized the pain and came to talk to me instead of hiding from it in a Vicodin bottle. The fact that you're hurting and you came here, the fact that you're taking your meds and we're talking right now. Come inside and get some sleep. Tomorrow you can start saying your goodbyes. You expected not to have mixed feelings?
I know it's the right call. Just don't know what to do with my time. And my leg. Pain's flared up since I left Mayfield. Ibuprofen's barely putting a dent in it.
You need a hobby.
Right. Doctors the world over treat chronic pain with collections of Hummel figurines.
No, I didn't say you need a lame hobby. You need something to keep you engaged, connected to other people.
You already made me get a roommate. Will's just got 1 bedroom. I don't think we can get any more connected without unzipping. My leg's killing me. Cooking helped for a while. I guess I got bored. My leg started hurting again, and I got worried, and it made the pain worse.
What are you worried about?
And nothing's gonna help. And I end up in the very dark place. I'm fine. I'm just not happy.
I didn't let you out because you were happy. I let you out because I believe you had the skills to cope with that. You tried one thing, it didn't work, so move on. Write, play chess.
What if nothing works? What if nothing gives me more than a few days before my brain starts looking for the next fix, before my leg feels like someone's shoving nails into it? What do I do then?
If nothing in the world can hold your interest, we'll deal with that when we get to it. But you have to trust me, and you have to be patient.
I slipped.
You took Vicodin? $25,000.
I solved my old team's case. I was about to take the pills. I went online. I found people posting medical problems. And my leg stopped hurting.
Oh.
Oh? I'm supposed to be changing my life. This is not a change,
Well, maybe I was wrong.
says the guy making sandcastles in my brain.
We need to keep you from using. Taking your job away, the medical puzzles, nearly drove you back to it. Maybe diagnostic medicine is the key to keeping you clean.
So you're okay with me going online, solving cases?
No. You can't sit all day in a room by yourself. Isolation fosters depression.
The hospital is part of my old life. If I go back, I might become who I was before, pills and all.
That's a possibility. But could be. The only thing worse for you than going back to diagnostic medicine is not going back. All right. Let's talk about Wilson.
I told him your book was contaminated with anthrax spores, and I gave him $300, the address of the buyer. Maybe I was hasty in asking you to move out. Why don't you stay with me and Sam for a little while? There's no need to hurry things.
What prompted this?
Look, the whole idea was that after Mayfield, you wouldn't be on your own. I can touch base with you a lot more easily if you're staying with me than...
God's sake, Wilson. You really span the chasm from wishy to washy. If you're gonna be an ass, be an ass. Stick with it.
Why were you being so hard on the guy when he was being conciliatory?
Come on. Cuddy played on his guilt. She put him up to this.
How do you know that? How do you know this wasn't entirely his own idea?
2 reasons. First, he wants to create the perfect environment to be with Sam. He's been thinking about asking me to leave for a while. Finally, he does it and immediately turns around and changes his mind. Now, he talked to somebody.
Maybe it was Sam.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I want this to be the last serious relationship I ever have. I want this to be the one.
Me too. Where's House? It's not as meaningful without him.
Okay, not Sam. That still doesn't answer why Cuddy.
Because they've been talking about me. She called me to check on the patient, but she never does without a reason. I asked why, and she said...
She's a Barracuda attorney, House. These are the kind of patients we like to keep happy.
Right now, the patient's lucky if she can spell jurisprudence.
Yeah, but when she gets that memory back, which we are trying to make happen, she'll be able to spell lawsuit. I'm just touching base.
Touching base. Wilson used exactly the same phrase. Colluding about me is her favorite pastime.
Okay, you think they talked. How do you think that conversation went?
I'm worried about House.
Me too. Couldn't you have waited? It's way too early for him to be on his own, back in the old apartment. What makes you think he can handle it?
I offered to find him a new place.
You have to let him back into your condo.
Sam and I just got him out of the condo.
You know what House is like. He's self-destructive. Without constant supervision, he's gonna slide back into drugs. If you're not watching him, I've got to.
Yeah.
So they don't trust you. they assume you'll fail. Are these their fears or yours? Let's turn on the lights. In your brain. Maybe they did talk about you, but how do you know it didn't happen like this?
I'm worried about House.
Why?
It's the first time he'll be on his own since Mayfield.
Well, you're being overprotective. House doesn't need to be wrapped in cotton wool. But you know that, or you wouldn't have asked him to move out.
Okay. I guess this is really about me. It's just, I feel like a jerk. Sure, Sam and I are going to want to be on our own eventually, but I kind of sprang this on him. The right way would have been to just tell him to take as long as he needed, that there's no hurry.
So it's not what you did, but how you did it.
That matters in a friendship. I need to fix this.
Why don't you talk to him about moving back in? Just touch base.
We're having a consent issue with the patient.
Wait a minute, Tao's not here.
Yeah, he is.
We're having a consent issue with the patient.
What's Tao doing in my imaginary version of a scene with Wilson and Cuddy?
Your version needed to be ended because it's crap. It's all sweetness and light and faith that I'm going to choose the right path. Yeah, that sounds like Wilson.
I have as much evidence for mine as you do for yours. I know Wilson's your friend, so he could be wondering if he did right by you. And I know he wouldn't have asked you to move out in the first place unless he was convinced you could handle life on your own.
I know that he and Cuddy have got behind my back before to strategize about the house problem.
So there's truth in both versions, but you choose to focus on the parts that make you uncomfortable. So, why are you and Wilson friends? Do you think this friendship is the best you can do?
Wilson is not a consolation prize.
There. You're defending him. And a minute ago, he was skulking around in the background like some sort of manipulative Iago.
He's my friend.
So what do you value in him?
I can say whatever I want to him, and he'll never leave.
He's sort of leaving. At least he won't be around as much. Because he's putting Sam first.
For now. After the divorce, he'll probably ask me to move in again. I take the long view.
You say that to Wilson?
Are you kidding? That's the kind of remark that leads people to hate you.
Maybe you've been right from the beginning. Maybe this isn't about Wilson.
You say that now that I finally agree with you. You just argue the opposite of whatever I say.
Well, I don't mean the Wilson thing doesn't bother you, but it sounds like he's the closest you could come to a safe relationship. You'd have to do something major to screw it up. What else have you been involved in this week? What would you want to punish yourself for?
I told you I don't know.
Okay, let's approach it from a different angle. Have you gotten any other people angry at you over anything?
Well, yeah. That's why I call it an ordinary week.
Relationships.
Bergman. What do you want me to say?
I don't know. You're the one who set the theme. Something about relationships made you go out and provoke a fight. Wilson and Sam have a relationship. You're not thrilled about it?
They're happy. Why should I screw that up? Everyone's happy. Everyone's moving in together. Wilson and Sam, Cuddy and Lucas, even Albie's.
Cuddy and Lucas are moving in together? You didn't mention that.
They talked about moving in together before. It's not big news.
Cuddy. Cuddy. Approach to the acute abdomen. Written by Ernest T. Cuddy, M.D. Any relation to your Cuddy?
Her great-grandfather. I've had it for years. Always meant to give it to her for a special occasion.
Like her housewarming?
It's just a gift.
A woman you care about is taking one step further away from you and closer to someone else? I think I can safely say, yes, it's significant if you don't mention it. You were willing to punish the husband of your patient because you identified with him. He was also losing someone he loved.
I'm not gonna go out and get hammered because a woman I'm not even with is moving in with someone. That'd be pathetic. To hell with this. When I first came to you, I told you that I wanted to be happy. And I followed your advice. And instead, I'm just miserable. How is this working for me?
It takes time.
For a year, I've done everything you've asked, and everybody else is happy. I run my treadmill, and you just sit there and watch. You're a faith healer. You take advantage of people who want to believe. There's nothing in your bag of tricks.
House.
Whatever the answer is, you don't have it.